Good morning. Today is March 19th, and this is episode 19 of Grassroots Rising, the network that held. And I'm your host, Jimmy Skogard. Folks, there are moments in history when freedom arrives with a whisper. Picture this, a farmhouse at night. The lamps are low. Boots scrape softly at the door. A family inside freezes. For one long breath. Too long, really. Then chooses. The door opens, and risk enters with hope. That's where I want to begin today. I want to talk about the Underground Railroad. It was a disciplined network built under immense pressure. It was people deciding that moral clarity required coordination. We often tell this story as a chain of isolated heroes, one brave soul here, one brave soul there. The deeper truth asks us more. The Underground Railroad held because people accepted roles, kept confidence, shared resources, and moved with care. In many places, especially after the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, this work became more deliberate, more organized. The law increased the danger, and the danger sharpened the discipline of those determined to resist it. That's what pressure can do when conviction is real. It can refine a movement. In New York, the abolitionist David Ruggles worked with the Vigilance Committee to protect freedom seekers and prevent kidnappings. In Philadelphia, William Still, the local Vigilance Committee, raised funds, housed freedom speakers, and arranged passage north. Courage took shape. Trusted relationships, political support, and careful planning came together. That structure mattered. One home might provide shelter, another might provide food, another might collect money, another might know the next safe contact. The burden was spread out across a network of trusted people, each doing the part that was theirs to do. That is one of the great lessons of this history. A mission survives when responsibility is shared. Silence also had a purpose. People helping freedom seekers often kept few records, and some destroyed the records they had because discovery could mean fines, prison, or worse. The discipline of silence protected the line. It protected the people moving through it. It protected everyone connected with the work. What held that line together across race, faith, and class was moral clarity. People took these risks because they believed a human being was not property. They believed an unjust law did not erase a higher duty. That kind of clarity changes the way a person lives. It changes what a person will risk. It changes whether a person opens the door. That is the part I do not want us to miss. The Underground Railroad was a story about coordination in service of conscience. It was a network under pressure that kept functioning because enough people agreed on what mattered most. That is our challenge. We may not be hiding families and root cellars. We are still called to build networks that can withstand pressure. We are still called to share burdens. We are still called to protect the truth from noise, to verify before we repeat, to move with discipline instead of panic, and to hold a line together when fear tries to scatter us. A movement rises because many people care steadily. That is the lesson of the Underground Railroad. Discipline, shared purpose, moral clarity, expressed through coordination. The line held because people holding it knew that freedom required more than feeling. It required structure, and so does our work. If you've ever wondered whether quiet, disciplined work matters, let this be your answer. Build the trusted line where you live. Know your neighbors. Share carefully. Follow through. Carry your part of the burden and let others carry theirs. Because agency means the ability to decide our future for ourselves. We still hold that power when we use it. Our children's and our grandchildren's legacy is now in our hands. Will you join me in our movement at skogard2026.org/volunteer? Thank you for listening today, and I'll talk at you tomorrow.